Hello yappers, welcome back to the channel. It's your professional yapper here, and we are back. And today we're going to be diving into the freaky world of fanfiction. We're going to be reading Wattpad and Ao3 fanfictions. And if you are a real OG of the channel, you would know that I've already done a video like this before, but I deleted those two because they were trash and I wanted to do them in my new format. Yeah, I went through some of my channel and my early videos and I deleted like a few of them, and that's why I even started the remake project, which I will be resuming. I don't know when, but I do have plans to finish that project. I think only have like 5 or 6 videos left that I wanted to remake from my older videos. But anyways, today we're going to be reading Ao3 and Wattpad fanfictions. I'm scared. I am very scared. So I'm gonna start with Wattpad. I found a few that my best friend sent me, and I'm gonna read those first, and then I'm gonna jump onto Ao3 because that's where the crazy shit be at. So yeah, because I think Wattpad is like kind of tame compared to Ao3. So we're gonna start with Wattpad, and then we're gonna move on to Ao3. I tried to have a mix of like NSFW and non-NSFW fanfics for this video, but yeah. But again, I've said it multiple times. Channel is 18+. And our first story for today is called Poppy Playtime on Crack by yours truly, Allison, on Wattpad. Let's see, and it literally says in the description, read at your own risk, and like one of the tags is cringeworthy. So let's see what this bullshit is. Player, the dolls can talk. Poppy, you can talk? Player, yeah, what did you think I was, a dummy? Poppy, well, yeah. Huggy Wuggy, what up? Player, you live? Huggy Wuggy, you could talk? Player, how did you not know? Poppy, Huggy can talk? Huggy Wuggy, you weren't the only one who could talk, Stella. Player, who the fuck is Stella? Huggy Wuggy, you don't remember Stella? Player, no. Yup, he's really stupid. Cat B, who the... Player, you could talk too? Cat B, uh-huh. Poppy, all of us can. Player, shut up, Stella. Huggy Wuggy, Player is kind of cute though. Oh hell, Player, oh no, I'd never date a kid. Oh hell no, I'd never date a kid's toy. Cat B, yeah, when I was alive, I made my dolls kiss. All of you are souls? Poppy, yeah. Player, I'm not helping you escape. Huggy Wuggy, I'm done. And that was just part 1. I'm not reading part 2. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. That was boring. That was low-key boring. This next one is called FNAF X Reader, and it's by Official Bonnie on Wattpad. And before I get into it, I just want to say I missed FNAF before it was mainstream. Like I don't want to sound like the fucking old gen, new gen bullshit. But like the nostalgia that this picture gives me is top tier, because I can never find a FNAF poster that does not have all those fucking AR animatronics on it. And I'm not reading the whole thing. Like some of these are whole ass books. Like some of these fucking fanfic creators need to be fucking writers, these horny little freaks, because they be eating down. But no, each story I'm probably only gonna read like a chapter or 2 because I do not have time for all of this. Anyways, use chapter 1. You slam a hand on the blaring alarm clock on your bedside table and throw yourself out of bed a bit dizzy from standing up so fast. You put a hand to your head and walk downstairs into the kitchen where you grab a cup of coffee and a newspaper. You open it to the jobs available section as you do every day. You needed a job bad. Luckily, you lived in a house that your great-great-grandfather had built, so there were no rent fees. It was bills and food mainly. You could barely afford either. You perked up almost immediately at seeing an ad for a job which was quite nearby, unlike most of the other jobs. Help wanted. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Family pizzeria looking for security guard to work the night shift. 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Monitor cameras ensure safety of equipment and animatronic characters. Not responsible for injury or dismemberment. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is boring, and I'm just gonna move on to Ao3 because Wattpad has too many fucking ads. Like, I'm trying to use the app version of Wattpad so I read the fanfic on my phone, and yeah, like, every time I swipe, it's a fucking ad. Like, we're just gonna move on to Ao3. Okay, this next one actually sounds interesting, so maybe I'll read a decent chunk of it. It's called Coordinates by Poetry and Spells on Ao3, and it's basically a digital circus Squid Game AU. So, let's see what this is. Chapter 1. This is much more than a game. It was a normal day in the circus. Everyone was going about their own business. Gangle and Pomni were sleeping. Jax was checking through all his keys. Ragatha was reading in the main area of the tent. River was writing a diary entry. Cosmo was writing jokes into his mirror. Queenie and Kinger were in their pillow fortress. Zubul rummaging through her parts looking for something. Suddenly the crew were teleported into a large room with tons of bunk beds and shapes on the walls. Jax was the first person to notice the new outfits and immediately searched everyone else, and as he did, he spotted Rivet first, who looked panicked, to which Jax ran over to him, wrapping his arms tightly around the ladder. Rivet gasped, realizing who had pounced in his arms, hugging Jax back even tighter. Jax's ears droop and he buries his face in it. Oh my god, we're getting gay shit! This is what I've been waiting for. This is maybe I wanted to read this. I wanted to do this video again. We're not even like 5 minutes in the video and we're already getting gay shit. Yes. Jax, is this even safe? The cast obey, stepping onto the platform as well as the NPCs. As expected, the platform began to spin, making everyone jolt to the side. As they regained their balance, a song sung in Korean played on the speakers before pausing halfway through and the music being changed for intense pacing music. The platform stops and the lights change a dark red color. The number 4 was called out. Jax grabs Ribbit first. Ribbit, we need 3 more, to which Pomni and Zubul run towards the two with panicked expressions. Kaufmo follows along. They all run into a room. Jack shutting the door, trying to catch his breath. Ribbit looked up with him, with fear etched on his face. Pomni, this can't be bad, right? Just running into rooms. The door locks and multiple gunshots can be heard, causing everyone to flinch. Ribbit steps forward, looking through the gap in the door of all the NPCs being shot by the guards. He speaks up, his voice wavering. This is much more than a game. Okay, that was better than the 2 Wattpad ones at least, but we're gonna move on to some lesbianism because we're about to read a Jackie Shauna fanfic. So I was looking for like one of those like cute yellow jacket coffee shop AUs that people always do, but I found something called Jackie Shauna 911 by Mr. DYYKE. I'm not saying that whole word because it's a slur, but yeah, Jackie Shauna 911 fic, and it literally says Jackie and Shauna die in 9/11. The year is 2001. The Yellow Jacket soccer team hasn't been back from the wilderness for very long. However, Jackie and Shauna decided not let their past keep them captive. They decided to become office workers and be held captive by capitalism instead. Jackie and Shauna have always done everything together. They wanted to go to college together. They wanted to be roommates. They survived the horrible situations they were put in together. So they decided to move into New York City. They share an apartment and even a bed. The 2 closest friends could be. Some even assumed they're soulmates, so when Jackie decided to work an office job, Shauna tagged along as she always does, but they couldn't stand to be apart for too long. Oh, so that means Jackie survived the wilderness in the Seiyu. Oh my god, they're gay moms, and the wilderness baby is their son, like oh my slay, and Jeff is dead somewhere. They originally worked in the same building for the same company, but when Shauna got fired from her old job, regretting to kill her co-worker, she had to get a new job. It was in the South Tower of the World Trade Center, which she had settled in because it was close enough to Jackie, who worked in the North Tower. Shauna, you need to hurry up. We're going to be late, Jackie shouts from the bottom of the stairs in their shared apartment. Shauna was trying to figure out what lipstick looked best with her outfit, and even if she would even wear any at all. Jackie was always more knowledgeable about makeup, clothes, and boys, but Shauna decided that she needed her best friend's expertise to sign. Jackie, can you come here? I need your help with this lip combo conundrum. Jackie's eyes widened at the words lip combo and immediately ran up the stairs. Shauna complained about how much she couldn't figure out which color matched better and tried to apply it herself once. Jackie chose the right one. She just couldn't do it right, however, and it was starting to really get on Jackie's nerves. They were going to be late. Okay, skipping some of it. Bam! I don't know how to write this, bro. Just imagine the first tower getting... Oh my god, what is happening? Shauna gasped. A plane just hit the South Tower. Shrieks erupted in the building. Nobody could figure out what was even happening. Despite the chaos and screaming and panicked employees trying to exit the building, all Shauna could think about was Jackie. Shauna began to run out of the building. She shoved everyone else she could out of the way, not caring how selfish she was being, no matter how selfish she seemed to everyone else. She knew she wasn't doing this for herself. It was for Jackie. Everything was always for Jackie. Oh my god! Right as she managed to escape the building, she realized there was nothing she could do to save Jackie. She collapsed on the ground and started sobbing. She knew how stupid she looked, but she didn't care. Her best friend, her soulmate, wasn't going to survive whatever was happening. She felt like she couldn't move, and she didn't move. She decided that it wasn't worth moving. If Jackie died, she wanted to go with her. The building would crumble or something, or would explode. And that would just be it for her. Everyone around her was freaking out, running away as frantic as possible, trying to get home, making frantic phone calls to their mom. After a minuscule 5 minutes of crying, one of her coworkers, who she hates, spotted her. You evil, stupid bitch, what are you doing? Get up. She helped her get up. Shauna rolled her eyes. She was having a main character moment and wanted to be left alone. I have a car. You can come home with me if you want. I don't want you getting hurt," she said while trying to get Shauna to walk with her. "My best friend and roommate, who I ate people with, probably died, and I'll have to hang out with you." And then, the coworker says, "Oh wow, okay, then go die, I guess. Damn." Shauna's coworker up and left. Shauna continued having her breakdown, but she realized eventually how stupid she was. She never liked Jackie. She just wanted to be her, and didn't realize she didn't want to be her anymore on account of who she was probably dead somewhere. Shauna got up, and a giant piece of debris fell on her head and killed her. She died angry at Jackie and in her favorite shade of lipstick. Shakespeare could never. This is literature. This is cinema. This is art. Yas Queen. We stand fucking Mr. Word I can't say. Okay, so this next one, I wanted it to be something crazier and gayer, and I know just the thing. 2010 girlies, rise up. We're gonna be reading Larry Stylusin fanfics because these are fucking crazy, and the last one I read was out of pocket as fuck. So we're gonna read another one. Larry Stylusin, Sims and Wicked Whims by Distorted Clifford X, and this is like a collection of one-shots, which is, I think it's just like little short fan fictions. I'm just reading the first one, which is called Sims and Wicked Whims. I skipped the first chapter because it's literally just talking about a sex mod for The Sims. But let's just get to the point. Harry was sat at his desk. His Mac sat in front of him. Sims 4 was open. His family consisted of himself, his best mate Lewis, and a toddler girl named Graceland. They had a life that Harry was actually envious of. He never thought that he would be jealous of a virtual reality, but there he was, living a life that he wanted to be real. The truth that Harry had a huge crush on Lewis, but didn't know that he had created a family where he was in a romantic relationship with Harry and they had a child. So when Harry discovered the Wicked Woohoo mod, he could bring his wildest fantasies that he had about Louis to life. Oh god, I'm scared. At that moment, Harry was making him Sim have a romantic conversation with Louis, and when he started to get adult ache in his jeans, Harry nonchalantly pressed his palm against his crotch, disappointed in himself for getting a hard on a slick so petty. What a huff. Harry found the bed and looked through the Wicked drop-down list. He clicked on the blowjob option and watched as his own Sim began to suck virtual Lewis off while also stroked. Okay, let's keep going. Harry's hard-on became more and more apparent in his pants. A few minutes, he clicked the eating out option. Okay, wow. Quickly, he unbuttoned his pants and slipped them down to his knees so his boner was free. He wrapped his hand around himself and oh my god, began to slowly stroke up and down, a low moan escaping his lips. With his free hand, he chose another option to where his Sims were actually fornicating each other. Where his mind wandered, imagining himself as Lewis were actually doing what the virtual characters were doing. And then more unsettling, fucking deeply detailed description on what the fuck Harry Styles was doing. And then Lewis opened the door. Harry, what the hell is going? Harry whipped his head around and saw Lewis standing in the doorway. His jaw dropped. When Harry processed what was happening, he quickly pulled his pants up and turned off the monitor before Lewis could make sense of what he was watching. Sorry for interrupting, Lewis apologized. His face turning beet red. I'm going to sit and watch Ellen DeGeneres. This is so 2014 coded. Like, this is so 2013, 2014 core. Harry didn't say anything. Humiliated beyond belief, Harry had fantasized about Lewis walking in on him while he was masturbating, but the result was much different than what had happened. When Lewis closed the door again, Harry sat back down at the desk, grabbing a tissue to wipe the mess that he made onto the desk. When that was finished, he quickly saved his sim games, took his pants down, and figured he was going to need to wash them. Grabbing a new pair of boxers and sweatpants, Harry washed his hands and left his bedroom, his heart pounding, as he imagined how awkward it was going to be with Louis. His best friend was seated on the sofa, doing just as he said, and was watching the Ellen show. Harry didn't know what to say or if he should even say anything at all. And Louis took a seat. They're talking about Johnny Depp and Selena Gomez. The two boys sat in silence, watching the talk show host did the opening monologue. However, Harry was not watching it. He was too hung up on the fact that Lewis had walked in on him masturbating to virtual versions of themselves having sex. Harry knew that Louis didn't know what was going on the screen, or that what was Harry thinking about, but it felt like he did. And I'm not reading the rest of this because the rest of this is just straight up porn. And I'm not getting fucking age restricted for reading fucking Larry Stylus and fucking Boy X Boy fucking one shot. So I am gonna read a Kingdom Hearts one, but I'm looking for one that's not NSFW because I really don't think Kingdom Hearts needs any NSFW. It's a franchise for children. But I did find something cursed as fuck, and if I have to see it, y'all have to see it too. Yo, what the fuck is this? Like, oh my god, like, what the fuck do these fucking fanfic writers, creators be smoking? Cause, oh my god, like, and we are not reading no weird fanfictions. I found a wholesome coffee shop AU called Coffee Break by Cumberbatch Critter, and yeah, like, this is literally just Roxas working at a coffee shop, so this should be fine. It has started this morning. Roxas has recently snagged a part-time job at the local coffee shop to help with their rent and expenses, and it never seemed to go down. It was also his first job. Oh, I forgot. The Twilight Town economy is fucked. I forgot Roxas has to pay rent. And in the midst of all that, Axel had seemed just too intrigued by the cafe uniform to notice much else. When Roxas had gone to leave, Axel pulled him into a okay, so I guess they are dating in this AU, which is low-key kind of weird because Axel is an adult and Roxas is a child. That's why the only person that I should fucking Axel with is Isa or Syax, whatever you want to call him. But regardless, sexualizing children is weird. And I'm not talking about like the shipping, because every fandom has its ship wars. Like, I'm not talking about the Sokai shippers, I'm not talking about the Soriku shippers, I'm not talking about any of the Kingdom Hearts shippers. But yeah, like, I think Kingdom Hearts is one series that does not need any fucking NSFW fanfics. Like, no, but I have to cast as children. But yeah, I think I'm done for today. I think that's it. I think I need a break from the internet, because after this video, and not one but two Azalea Banks videos, yeah, my brain hurts. Yeah. Anyways, thank you to all my yappers for watching. I love all of you. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Anthony, your professional yapper, signing out.